Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your October 2017 general readings. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Welcome to any newcomers. I am back in my more or less home environment in the States in California after bouncing around Europe for a couple of months. Thank you always for those of you who continue to watch, listen, follow, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, regardless of what corner of the globe I'm exploring. I do like to travel quite a bit, but thanks to the internet, I continue to post and work from wherever I'm at. So thank you for those of you who stick with me through all of that, and for those of you who continue to keep me so busy with personal one-on-one readings, and to my regular clients as well. And if any of you are interested in any personal one-on-one reading with me and you haven't read with me before, you can go to my YouTube channel's homepage. Even though I know YouTube's changed its format again, you should still be able to go to my YouTube channel's homepage, click on the About or Description button for a little more information, and my email address, which is Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. I do readings full-time, 5 to 6 days a week. It is what I do. So turnaround time for readings, live or recorded, is anywhere between 1 and 3 weeks, but almost always within that period of time, we can set something up for you. So if you're interested, send me an email. We'll go from there. I do a wide variety of readings, love and romance, of course, compatibility charting for relationships, career work and finance readings, as well as 6 and 12-month career overviews. I also do 6 and 12-month life overviews which explore every main area of your life for 6 or 12 months in advance. I also do channeled messages from loved ones and cleansings as well, cord breaking. So if you're interested, email me and I'm sure we can work something out. Make sure to check your rising and your moon sign videos as well. I have a TV alarm thing going off here. Make sure to check your rising and your moon sign videos as well, as we always say, because one of them may resonate more predictably for you at different times than your primary sun sign. So if you know them and you have time, try to watch all three. They can also just give you additional insight and clarity into what's going on in your life for the time span that the reading covers. So moving right along, this reading is for the air sign of Aquarius. And we also say that too, because these are general readings and there's so many of you watching, thousands of you watching. So of course they're not going to mean the same thing to the same degree and intensity for everybody watching, which is why your rising or your moon sign videos or your sun sign may play out more predictably for you, but just give you additional clarification as well. As I always say, the specifics and details and place of your life that the reading manifests in will differ from other people of the same sign as you, but the energy fundamentally remains the same. All right, Aquarius. This is for the air sign of Aquarius for October 2017. Let us see what is in store for our Aquarians for October 2017, our water bearers. Okay, Aquarius. We have, for the first week, the Queen of Wands, time being somewhat fluid, of course. I am recording these in the last week of September. So we have the Queen of Wands and the Four of Wands. We have the Two of Cups and the King of Swords. We have the Nine of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. And we have the Five of Wands and Justice. And from the bottom of the deck is your crowning card representing overall energy and advice. These two cards keep wanting to come out, so we're going to stick with them. You have two crowning cards, overall energy and guidance, the Page of Cups and the Ace of Cups. For some of you, you're like meeting your soulmate, finding your soulmate, or thinking that you are, and just falling head over heels in love. I kind of feel that right off the bat. That's for some of you, not for all of you. Some of you, it may be a renewal within an already established relationship. I'm actually going to start with your crowning cards. We have the Page of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Pages are the youngest and least mature energies of the tarot. They almost always represent being at the introductory part of a path, kind of that student apprenticeship feeling. They can also represent messages, messengers, and also young people and children. It could be that a child or a young person is a focal point. Although I think for a lot of you, this card is manifesting more on an energetic level. Cups is water energy, and the Suit of Cups usually manifests in that watery mercurial part of our life that deals with feelings, emotions, and relationships. So the Page of Cups is kind of, you know, even more spontaneous and impulsive than the Knight. He's kind of the idealist, the dreamer, the romanticist, in love with love itself, very fresh, young, dewy-eyed. You know, could be in the beginning of love, starting something new. Some of you, this may not be necessarily relationship reading. If it doesn't resonate for you at all, that's why we advise you check your rising and your moon sign videos as well. But this is, you know, kind of like feeling like you're a kid again, where everything is bright and new, that kind of being in love sort of feeling, whether it's in regards to a relationship, which I think it is for a lot of you, but it could be just you, something else which has sparked your creativity. It could be a creative or artistic endeavor, but something you're just feeling very like, you know, in the first flush of that lovely emotional excitement and enthusiasm. Now it's paired with the Ace of Cups. Aces represent the number one, so they usually represent also, like the Page, being at the start of something, the start or beginning of a new path, which holds a lot of potential, because aces represent seeds. So seeds need to be planted in the right soil at the right time. They need to be nurtured and tended and taken care of over time so that they can grow to their full potential and end up giving back to us. So otherwise, they can fizzle out as something which isn't followed through on, an idea which we shove in a drawer and never think about again. So this is a new beginning, a new start, or a new opportunity which holds a lot of potential. Now it's the Ace of Cups. So this is often considered the new love and romance card, meeting somebody new and kind of feeling the first flush of that. And with the Page of Cups and the Two of Cups, I kind of feel like that's it. It could be, Ace of Cups also represents an emotional awakening. So it could be that you found something, a project, an artistic endeavor, something that's really, that you're in love with, and your heart is opening up, kind of this emotional awakening. Beautiful, beautiful energy. That's your crowning card and crowning energy, and kind of allow it to happen. Let me take a look at the rest of this. You have it looks like emotions are going to play a large part of October for a lot of you. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 cup cards, and those cup cards are beautiful energy cards. Ace of Cups, Page of Cups, Two of Cups, the Nine of Cups. You have a couple of wands. You have 3 wands too. Wands is fire energy, which is artistic, creative energy. It's all about building, growing, manifesting, creating energy. It's very forward moving and action oriented. You have 1 swords, which is air energy, which is all about mental, cerebral, intellectual energy. Not to say that you're not going to be thinking this month, but I think Aquarius, it's probably going to take more of a backseat for a lot of you. Looks like a lot of emotion, feelings, excitement, enthusiasm, like the start of something new or the reawakening of something. We begin with the Queen of Wands and the Four of Wands. So the Queen of Wands would represent a fire sign individual, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. It's showing up as a queen, but this could be a male as well. For those of you watching which is female, it could represent the other person that's playing a significant role or a significant, or will be, in the month of October 2017. It could be somebody you already know, somebody you're already in a relationship with, or someone that you will be meeting in the month of October. Time-wise, even though time is somewhat fluid, I'm recording these at the end of September, but some of you are going to meet, I think you're going to meet them sooner in the month rather than later. But again, it could be a male. This could be a male as well. And in terms of it not being love and romance, it could just be somebody who's playing a significant role. It could be the person that introduces you to somebody else. Someone that you meet that plays a significant role in your life. Queens and kings represent individuals who've reached the mastery of their suit too. They've matured beyond the childlike, childish, immature nature of the Page, past that spontaneous, impulsive nature of the Knights. This is a more nurturing energy. You can also pull opposite gender cards in relationship to a specific gender client. You know, like this could come up in reference to a male client I was doing a reading with. It could represent maybe just a more feminine aspect of him that comes out in regards to whatever subject matter we're dealing with too. So it's not always so gender specific and boxed in. But I feel like, I feel like this is a fire sign person, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Sometimes I feel like this is energy you should be manifesting. I'm not getting that. I'm getting this as an actual specific person. So it's paired with the Four of Wands, which is a celebratory card with celebratory energy, and it can often represent an actual celebratory event or a get-together, a party of some kind. It could be a formal get-together, like a wedding, a marriage, an anniversary party, a graduation party, you know, something big and planned and formal like that. It could also represent just a casual get-together, you know, a barbecue, maybe somebody's birthday, an impromptu, let's get together for coffee or drinks or something. But it usually, the air is kind of anticipatory. The Four of Wands can represent the getting ready part, planning a party or planning to go to an event, which represents the culmination of something. Like marriage represents the culmination of the courtship time. An anniversary represents the culmination of time of the relationship spent so far. Graduation represents, you know, a celebration of all the effort you put into something. It usually represents a celebration that represents a completion or something important in a preceding path of energy before it. And it can also represent that just even an ordinary get-together can hold a lot of beauty and joy. It's also called the happy surprise card. Typically when the Four of Wands shows up, it represents and means that there is a happy surprise coming your way. And even though you know it's coming, and even though you know it's a surprise, it's still going to surprise you. It's still going to take you off guard, and it's still going to be something that is really quite beautiful and quite positive. Sometimes the Four of Wands means that this unexpected happy surprise is coming in connection with an event. And paired with the Queen of Wands, it means that you go to a get-together or you attend a party or a function or something of some kind, formal or informal, and something happens there. Maybe you meet the love of your life there, and maybe some of you are going to be meeting somebody quite potentially new that you feel connected with right off the bat. You could make the best business contact of your career. You could come up with like the inspirational idea of your life. Something happening maybe at a get-together. So definitely, Aquarius, whatever you do, if you get any offers to go anywhere for any parties during the month of October, between now and the end of October, go. Even if you think, oh, that doesn't sound so exciting. Oh, I don't know if that sounds kind of boring. Go anyway. What happens there may surprise you. And that Queen of Wands may be a representative of the person that you meet at a function or that you go to that plays a significant role for you, or somebody who strongly manifests the character traits of the Queen of Wands. And it could be that you meet somebody at a party or to get together, you're introduced to them by the Queen of Wands, or that's the person who actually extends the invitation to go to this thing. She or he, this fire sign, is showing up as significant in the month of October, and I do feel like it is a person, not just on an energetic, emotional level. So that'll be interesting. Can't wait to hear feedback from that as the month progresses. So next to that, we have the Two of Cups, followed by the King of Swords. So the Two of Cups is traditionally considered the soulmate card, and in relationships, this would mean a meeting of more than just physical and chemical attraction. This is kind of a meeting of the mind, the heart, the soul, the spirit, seeing a lot of things in the same way. Someone that you meet and very quickly feel like you've known them for quite a long time. And soulmate doesn't necessarily mean like a love, romantic, sexual soulmate. It could represent like your best friend, that sisterhood, brotherhood, kindred spirit sort of person. And it could also, you can also translate this to job and work, career, or spirituality as well, because on an energetic level, the Two of Cups represents a beautiful union, a coming together, like a great match on more than just a visible and tangible level. In job or work, it could represent finding the job that's just right for you, not just in dollars and cents, but in the work you do, the people you work around. You don't have to pay for parking, the commute isn't too bad, you know, all that kind of stuff. Or even the merging together of two companies in a way that benefits a lot of people in a lot of different ways. A beautiful union, a coming together that's really great on a variety of different levels. But I think for a lot of you, this is relationship. And it's paired with the King of Swords, which I'm feeling as your energy. This would represent a air sign person, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. For a lot of you, this is just going to be you manifesting yourself, you coming, just being who you are, exhibiting the character traits which are inherent of your sign already. It can also be advice on how to maybe even kind of temper this energy. There's a lot of fire and water energy for you in the month of October. So it looks like a very emotional, turbulent, lovely, but very, kind of all over the place emotionally energy. The King of Swords isn't necessarily like that. Neither is Aquarius, but I guess when it comes to love, all bets are out the window, right? Swords is that air intellectual energy. It's all about how we look at things, think about things, belief systems, and communication. So it's mental, cerebral, intellectual energy. And the King of Swords, as the master of his suit, is very clear, thoughtful, wise, insightful, not one to rush into things, not one to make hasty, spontaneous, or rash decisions. He carefully weighs everything out. One, because he's a king and he has a kingdom to run, and everything he does affects a lot of people. He's aware of that. He's a very careful, thoughtful person, but he's also the King of Swords, which is an intellectual, practical, logical energy as well. So again, it looks like there's going to be a lot of excitement and emotions. Try and keep at least one foot on the ground this month, Aquarius, and rely on some of your inherent characteristic traits to help balance things out. It looks like, so paired with the Two of Cups, it looks like some of you are going to be meeting somebody that you feel is your soulmate, or that is possibility of your soulmate. You're looking at it that way. You're thinking about it that way. Some of you, this could be reconciliation energy, coming back together with your soulmate. There's a reawakening of a relationship that was broken and is coming back together again. Perhaps you run into each other again at a function or something. For some of you, you're in an already established relationship, but maybe it's gone a bit stale, and this represents a reawakening, a surging. Maybe you're going away, or you're having a party. Maybe you're getting married this month, or even having an anniversary this month to kind of reaffirm the commitment that you have with your soulmate. Again, the specifics and details of how it plays out are going to vary because there's so many of you watching, but the energy fundamentally remains the same. It's a beautiful, beautiful month. Lots of love, lots of emotion, lots of excitement, lots of forward-looking ideas, and a sense of newness or renewal. So next to that, we have the Nine of Cups, followed by the Seven of Pentacles. The Nine of Cups is often referred to as the wish fulfillment card, kind of the winning the lottery, getting what you want, getting everything you want, getting more than what you want, getting what you asked for, and then some, kind of overabundance, your cups overflowing, almost in a sensual, decadent sort of way, having more than enough to eat and drink. Physical surroundings are beautiful, just feeling like you've been just, lady luck, and the universe has just spilled everything over on top of you, and your cups are overflowing. You want to just kind of shout that out, share that out, joy and fulfillment. In almost a sensual sense. The Ten of Cups is also similar energy, but it speaks more of to that beautiful emotion, more of the heart, spirituality, home, family. Not that the Nine of Cups can't either, but it's more about feeling fulfilled on an internal and external level too, which is why it's sometimes called the winning the lottery card, or getting everything that you want. Of course, the cautionary advice being, be careful what you ask for, you might just get it. So it's paired with the Seven of Pentacles, which is earth energy, and the energy of this suit, because it's earth energy, usually reflects in tangible ways or in tangible areas of our life, even if it's spirituality or love. Money, finances, property, work, assets, etc., things we can see and touch and feel, or tangible results and efforts we put into things. It is a card of reflection and assessment. Sevens are a number of reflecting, assessing, motives. It's harvest time on this card. She's planted the seeds, grown the tree, the fruit is ripe, and she's taking care of it. It's ready to pick. But she's taking a look at it to see what the harvest really is. What has she really gotten compared to what she's put into it? It's a card of reflection, assessment, evaluating, something that you're very good at, but maybe a challenge in the month of October, Aquarius, because there's so much emotion, so much water and fire. It's about looking at what you've invested in something and what you've gotten back out of it. Does it weigh out even? Did you get what you expected? Did you get what you wanted? Did you get more than what you wanted? Does what do the results that you have match the efforts that you put in? Is it worth continuing? If it's not exactly what you want, can you stay and change it, or should you just leave it and plant another crop somewhere else? It's a card of just evaluation, reflecting, assessing on investing, on what you've put into something versus what you're getting out of it. Get this off my screen. And paired with the Nine of Cups, I've seen this combination of cards a number of times, hundreds of times before. And often when it's stacked up like this, it represents taking a look at where your true joy, happiness, and fulfillment comes from. It can represent something new in your life, and you're looking at it and going, is this worth investing in realistically? If I invest in this, am I going to get out of it at least what I put into it, if not more, because I want, this overflowing sense of abundance. Sometimes it's taking a look at a situation, a relationship that's already in place. Maybe it's been in place for a while. Could even be a relationship or a job or a project. What am I putting into this so far? Is this my joy and fulfillment? Do I feel a sense of abundance in this? And if not, kind of making your decisions based on that. But it's an evaluatory energy, even though it's Pentacles energy. It's about looking and considering as well, which you're quite good at. So in regards to this relationship, whether it's new or old or reconciliation or renewal or a project or even a job or work situation of some kind, again, the specifics will vary because there's thousands of you out there watching this. The energy is the same. What's my true joy and fulfillment? Where am I going to find that? If I continue investing in this, is this what I'm going to have? If I am investing in this, am I moving closer to that, or do I feel this sense of abundance? Is it worth continuing, and etc.? Again, I feel like for a lot of you it's a relationship issue, but it could be something else too, because you have a lot of wands too, which is artistic, creative endeavors, career as well. So this could be reflected in that area of your life as well. It looks like there is an opportunity for something new, whether that's a situation or a person or a project, which has you all fired up. You think it's the perfect thing for you. It feels like the perfect thing for you. Do you do it or not? If it's something that's already in place, do you continue? If it's something that's coming back into your life, is this worth reinvesting in, etc.? So at or towards the end of the month, we have the Five of Wands, followed by Justice. So the Five of Wands is a card often of conflict. External, internal, or a combination of both. It's not serious, although it may sometimes feel serious. It's more like petty squabbling, petty arguments, circular arguments, arguing about the same thing over and over again. You can see that the men in this circle are sparring. They're not really out for blood or anything, but it can represent circular arguments, circular conflict. Nobody winning, nobody losing, no solution being found either, just over and over and over again. Sometimes it can represent sporting events or competitions, working with other people to improve your skills. Not feeling that here. Feeling like it's more conflict. And I think for a lot of you, some of you, this could be some external conflict with this other person, but I think or around this other person or situation, but I think for a lot of you, it's more internal. And the intensity, of course, will vary depending on who you are and what's going on in your life. It's paired with Justice, which is a major arcana card. This is the reap what you sow card. It says that what you put into something is going to be directly reflected in the results. If you go into something half-heartedly, you're going to get half-hearted results. The decision and outcome of something is going to be directly related to the amount of effort or proven intentions or motives or facts of the situation. Not what you want it to be, not what you wish it to be, not what you hope it will be, but based on your actual decisions, actions, and choices. In the upright position, it does indicate favorable legal outcomes, contracts, and negotiations working out in your favor, the strong potential for that. If it's conflict, it looks like it will be resolved in a fair way, because justice means that that whatever the result, the outcome, it will be fair. It will be based on what's gone before it, whether or not you feel good about that as well. So, of course, the cautionary advice with justice is to operate with as much personal honor and integrity as possible, particularly in dealing with conflicts. I think for a lot of you, it may just be internal conflict, particularly those of you for whom this might be a potential reconciliation or coming back energy again together, asking yourself if something is worth continuing or continuing to invest in. Probably less so for those of you who are meeting somebody new, starting something new, although there may be some internal conflict as to being afraid to like invest too much in it right off the bat. But generally, overall, a beautiful, bright, lovely reading. It looks kind of a bit like so much water and fire. It'd be interesting to see what the feedback is on this, the specifics of it, and also how the month progresses. There's some beautiful, lovely emotions here and some exciting energy happening. And also that happy surprise, which is coming up, I think, more in the beginning of the month for most of you. So we'll see what that is when it happens. So Aquarius, that pretty much sums up your reading for October 2017. I hope you found it helpful and insightful. Again, if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, you can go to my YouTube channel's homepage, click on the About or Description button for some more information, and my email address, which is Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. That's MAGGIE, 1, MCGUIRE@gmail.com. I would be most happy to work with you. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the October 2017 mid-month readings. And until then, Aquarius, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy, happy life. Thanks so much, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.